Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Benevento. Now we've had some tough run of fixtures since the last time we met, but we've come through them okay. So when we last met it was the 2-1 victory over Crotone. We followed that up with an absolutely fantastic performance at home against Napoli. We won 4-0, a hat-trick for Claudio Mora and one from Alex Moreno give us the victory. There was a lot of goals either side of half-time and we absolutely dominated them in terms of good chances created. But as you can see by the match stats, they did dominate the game as a whole, but they could not take their chances and we took ours. Disappointingly, we went away to Inter Milan in Serie A and we got beat 3-0 in this match. Icardi got himself a double and Ivan Perisic got one. Ashraf Lazar got himself sent off in the 63rd minute. He was playing at left back in this game. And once that happened, they started to dominate even more and more and got the extra 2 goals to give them the 3-0 victory. We bounced back low against Genoa and we played them at home and we won 2-1. Massimo Corda got himself a goal and Claudio Mora got himself another as well. Our 2 strikers are performing really well. It wasn't even in a tight game, but we took our chances and they didn't. We had a really good result against Roma away from home. We drew 1-1. It was disappointingly actually not to win because they did not score until the 87th minute. So very late on for them to get their equaliser just after we had Claude Gonzalez sent off. Massimo Corda gave us the lead in the 38th minute and yeah, a really good away point at Roma. We then went away to Fiorentina, completing the double over them this season, winning 2-1. Claudio Mora gave us the lead and Pietro Lamello, who you won't have seen much, was in place for the injured Massimo Corda. He got himself a goal in the 42nd minute. We missed a penalty in the 79th through Mitchell Donald, but it wasn't enough and Cristiano Baragi's 80th minute goal for Fiorentina was only a consolation. We then had a home tie against Juventus and unfortunately we could not beat them this time. An early goal from Alexandro gave them the lead. We equalised through from Renato Santos, but Gonzalo Higuain restored their lead and unfortunately Alex Moreno got himself sent off. A lot of sending offs in the recent games in the 61st minute, which essentially meant the game was done. We had no chance of getting back into it. And finally, the last game before our game against Cagliari today was against Bologna. We got beat 2-1. Another late goal from Simone Verdi gave them the victory. We did take the lead in the 55th minute through Renato Santos, but they equalised pretty much immediately in the 59th minute through Mattia Destro. And yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't get a point from today's game. We didn't really deserve one either, but yeah. Back-to-back defeats, let's hope we can bounce back today. So all of them results see us lying in 7th position in Serie A, which is just absolutely fantastic, with 12 points clear from 18th Udinese. So I'm not going to say we're completely safe, but we're getting very close to being guaranteed a position in Serie A next season. In terms of the goal scorers, Claudio Mora and Massimo Corda are performing absolutely beyond their capabilities. Alex Moreno is doing quite well as well. Renato Santos. So them are our 4 key players in our attacking areas. Our 2 wingers and our 2 strikers. They're all performing quite well this season. So hopefully, if they can keep it going, you never know, mid-table / top half finish could be achievable if we can keep our sort of form that we've shown in the first half of the season going into the second half. We did make one signing during the January transfer window. It was Adam Bogdan on loan from Liverpool. We had a backup keeper from Juventus called Brignoli who was kicking up a fuss because he wasn't getting any first team football and he requested for me to terminate his loan. So I granted that request and got Adam Bogdan in. I think he's actually going to be our first choice. He's a little bit better than Puggioni. As you can see here, Adam Bogdan's got better distribution, better shot stopping, better physicals, better speed. He's slightly worse mentally, slightly worse with his slightly better with his communication, and slightly worse aerial. But overall, he's definitely the more complete goalkeeper. And there was one sale, Bakary Sagna, who didn't make any appearances for me, was sold to CSK in Moscow for £250,000. He had quite substantial wages. I think it was about 12-13 grand he was getting from us. So to get him off the wage bill was a nice thing. Right, so after all that, we are going into the match day against Cagliari. We will be starting with Adam Bogdan in goal, Letizia as our right back, Luca Ante and Nelson Monte as our centre backs. Ashraf Lazar will be playing as our left winger. Mitchell Donald will be playing alongside Memeshaj. Aye, them two will be playing defensive midfield. Right midfield will be Renato Santos. Left midfield will be Alex Moreno. Up front it will be Massimo Corda and Claudio Mora. We do have quite a few suspensions and a couple of injuries, but hopefully that won't matter too much as we go into this match. We are at home, so I am hoping for a good performance from the lads and hopefully 3 points from today's game. They start with 4-5-1. The one player that I will pick out is Nicolo Barella. He is an absolutely fantastically well-rounded Italian central midfielder. He's only 20 years old. So if you are starting a FM18 save this late on, keep an eye out for this guy, and if he becomes available, he's well worth signing. Right, so we kick off against Cagliari. We are shooting from right to left. Let's hope, come on boys, we need a good performance from you today. The highlight from kickoff is still going on. Alex Moreno brings it on the left-hand side. Corda's in the box and he takes a strike. We take the lead 30 seconds in. I was just getting the league table up to get everything sorted for the highlights, but oh, it was offside. Massimo Corda now down this right-hand side. Find Memeshaj in the box. Renato Santos, he puts it in the front post. This one's not offside. This one is going to count. 1 minute and 20 seconds in, we take the lead. Some good play from Corda. Finds a nice through ball from the run from Memeshaj. How do you say his name? It is haunting me. Renato Santos cuts inside and gets into the box. Memeshaj. How do you say it? Answers on a postcard. I've just stole World Space's tagline. Alex Moreno has picked himself up a knock, so we're going to get him off. We'll get Ashraf Lazar on at left midfield, and we'll get Toshka on for Moreno. Since the initial goal, the game has pretty much died on its feet, and Cagliari are starting to take hold of the game through stats, but we break here with Mora. Oh my god, what was that defending from the Cagliari defence? They do manage to get it clear, and that was the opportunity. But yeah, the stats are definitely going into their favour, but we have the lead going into half-time. And there's a highlight just before half-time. Lazar gets the ball into the box. It's out to Memeshaj. Tosca to Lazar down this left-hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can. Nobody's there. Donald to Santos. Good challenge from Paduan, and now can they break Pavoletti? Gets challenged by Luke Antia. Can he win the ball again? He cannot. Barella now in the centre. Finds Pavoletti to Ayanita. He finds Barella in the centre. He's found Pavoletti in the box. Diego Farias. What a save by Adam Bogdan. And that was a great move from Cagliari, but they could not finish it at the end. So we'll go into the second half. The boys are playing okay without playing fantastic. We started absolutely electrifyingly, but we'll have to be careful of Cagliari coming into this game more and more. And the second half is just ticking away right now. We've gone 75 minutes, 15 minutes to go. There's been absolutely no highlights to speak of whatsoever. Their legs are really tiring, whereas ours are quite fresh. I want to keep things as they are for now. I'm not going to change anything. 82, 83. Come on, boys. Let's just hold out for the win now. 2 minutes remain. 2 minutes at a time. And that second half of football was honestly, I don't think I've ever had a full half with not one single highlight. But I don't care because we were 1-0 up. And that's it. Full time. We'll get the 3 points. And that was the worst game I've ever live commed. So I'm not going to just leave it like that. We're going to play Spal away from home as well. That was a dreadful, dreadful game. But we've got the 3 points, which is all that matters. Right, so at the game with Spal playing the surprise second match. So Massimo Corda is unfortunately suspended for this match. So Lamelo will come on in his place. And Alex Moreno is still carrying that knock that he picked up in the last game. So we'll get Lazar on the left-hand side. And we'll get Tosca in his place at left back. Yeah, so this is going to be the side that goes into the match. Actually, Andre Pedrosa is now fit and ready to play. I think he was suspended for our last game. So we'll get him on for Memeshaj. Then maybe I don't have to say his name anymore. So we're getting into the match with Spal. Spal are currently 20th with 5 points on the board. So they're not having a great season. But I wouldn't be surprised if they cause some issues because they're playing the same formation that Lazio actually played against us a few episodes back. So hopefully we can break them down. It's a very defensive formation, but we do have some good players in the attacking areas. And we'll pick up with this highlight here. Lazar's got the ball in his own half. He's going down this left-hand side. Claudio Mora's there to Donald. A lot of space for Renato Santos on this right-hand side. He's beat his man as well. He gets the ball in. Merritt clears. Only as far as Mora. Lamelo. Is he onside? Oh my god, he is onside. Benevento 1, Spal 0, I guess. Renato Santos gets the ball in. It's really poorly cleared by Merritt. He should be catching that, but then Pedrosa finds Mora, and what a weird save that was. And Lamelo, turns out he was onside, so we'll take it. Renato Santos with a free kick in. Luke Anthony gets his head on it, but it's not beating Merritt from there. Ashraf Lazar now coming down this left hand side gets the ball in. It falls to Mora in the box. An assist from, is that Lamelo or is it Emelo? I'm going to go with it Emelo. I'm assuming that's an I. Oh, I never mind. He's not going to be here next season anyway. Lazar gets the ball in. Emelo heads it down for Mora. Excellent player from the two strikers, and we take a 2-0 lead now. Another highlight now. Renato Santos pinches the ball on the right hand side, gets the ball in. Mora's there, and he gets taken down by Mattiello. so it will be a penalty kick for us. Mitchell Donald steps up and he misses it. We are terrible at penalty. I'm actually secretly happy that Spal are doing really unwell, because this guy, Conradson, who I can't click on for whatever reason, we actually went for him in the summer. I think it was about 625 grand. This guy here, defensive midfielder, and he actually turned us down to go to Spal. So I hope they get relegated. So he looks like a right mug. Right, half time, 2-0. We'll kick off the second half. Not too much to do in terms of team talk and stuff like that. You would assume that we are going to see this game out. Highlight now. Free kick for Spal, quite high up. Pelosi, he is one of the danger men for them. Kurtic gets the ball in. Helander gets his head on it and he hits the bar. Lazar did well there just to put it out for a corner. Imelo now, can he break? This is from the corner from Spal. I'm assuming this highlight's just going to fizzle out, and it is. Oh, 80 minutes is sneaked up on us here, so we'll make some changes. We'll get Renato Santos off for Paragini. We'll get Mamashaj on for Donald, and we'll get Guilherme on for Ashraf Lazar. Highlight 86 minutes in now, and Spal have the ball in the defence. Costa now's got the ball on the left-hand side for Spal. Can he get the ball in? He can. Flakari is there. Oh my days. It's now 2-1, 86 minutes in. Please no. I don't want to draw against Spal. They've got 5 points all season. Costa was a good ball in. Flakari gets in the front post. Our boys weren't picking him up. Anthony Tosca, Nelson Montier. These are all to blame. Oh, there's a highlight straight after the goal as well. Guilherme switches play to Paragini on the right hand side and he cannot finish. 5 seconds remain in the match. This must be the end of the game. They went 3-4-3 towards the end there, but Adam Bogdan clears, and that is it. Full time. Benevento 2, Spal 0. Spal 1. I wish it was 0. So yeah, 2 games there, 2 victories. You cannot complain with that. 2 good results. We are now in 6th position in the league. We are 15 points clear from 18th place Udinese. We have 14 games remaining in this season. Safety is all but guaranteed. We are actually challenging for the European positions, which I'm not expecting. I'm expecting us to go on a really bad run towards the back end of the season, as we did towards the middle of the season itself. But it's been a fantastic way to have our first season go with Benevento. So 2 good wins there against Spal and Cagliari, and we will be returning for a home tie against Sassuolo about 6 or 7 games in between this and that. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you're enjoying my content, why not get yourself subscribed? But until next time, take it easy.